We are accusing you of not of identifying with white people, but with that class power that has been responsible for our capture. We don't mean all white people everywhere, that's a diverse bunch. We mean the accent of the police, of order, of the law, of the norm, and the standard. We mean that your accent reeks of alienation from community and the running off into the folds of the oppressor. It is a defensive accusation. It is sometimes a lazy accusation, but it marks the fear that as you have picked up the linguistic mannerisms of our oppressors, you might have also picked up the political mannerisms. And you have not done a lot to disabuse us of that fear when you reply that not all black people are ghetto. That defense betrays your belief that blackness is ghetto, not ours. It reduces the people often forced into the conditions of the slum to objects and elements of the slum itself, as if we are the ghetto conditions and not the survivors of it, as if the slum constitutes our being and not our cage. In the colonized sector, which is to say the black, overpopulated and exploited wells of cheap labor and warehouses of political rebellion, which is to say the hood, not everyone is the same. We have infinite colors of blackness and infinite personalities. It's not just the pimp and the thug and the ghetto girl. Mary works in sales and goes to church every day but is struggling with her faith, and she intends to open up a car dealership. Errol has devoted his entire life to showing the continuities between Rastafarianism and Pentecostalism and Santeria. And in the middle of his living room, he has a shrine to the ancestors. And on top of the shrine, there's a Bible with illustrations of black Jesus and the black disciples, etc. He's also a vegan and believes problematically that rap music and drill music especially is an government conspiracy, an anti-black government conspiracy. Troy is an assistant professor in the humanities. Aisha has undiagnosed ADHD, ADD, and she's making Bayesian macaroni while watching clips of intervention on YouTube. She goes to the gym regularly and she's learning Arabic. She feels guilty about avoiding the lady who begs her for change at the entrance of the Whole Foods. And it's the Whole Foods that is not in her community. Obviously, she takes the bus quite a distance away to get to that Whole Foods because she likes the special cheeses that they have. She's guilty especially because of her Christian faith and her liberal politics. And so in order to deal with that in her own mind, she has made up a scenario where that lady has looked at her the wrong way and has been rude to her. So that is her excuse for not for taking the other route to the back of the Whole Foods instead. And yes, of course, there is that pierced up alternative rock music listening goth adjacent girl that you position blackness outside of, that you try to represent as an alternative blackness and not ghetto. They went to school with us. They lived in the exact same building, on the same street. You say that you are into anime and hentai. How is Tyrone? The differences between you two is that your dad learned coding and so was able to move you and your family into a neighborhood where your neighbors are racist and profile you, but on the other hand, the basketball hoops always have meshes on them. Even the 16 to 24-year-olds that are hanging out or loitering in the lobby of your building, they are not barking. They're having conversations, political conversations, speaking about the rumors in the neighborhood, speaking about world events. They're sharing their plans and their dreams, and they're making a lot of jokes. This is because we happen to be human beings and not the walking racist cartoons of the limited racist imagination. The slum, the hood, the ghetto, the colonized sector is not some landscape of intellectual stick figures upon which you can set yourself against and appear as the alternative, as diversity itself, as a luminary. Everyone, everywhere is multiple. That's just the condition of being a human being. But you wouldn't know that because you have, it seems, by your accent, adopted the worldview that sees only in blackface.